Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Zill Noorain, online Islamic Institute for Kids. How's everybody doing today? Whenever you meet your friend, most people say things like hello or hi. On today's episode, we are going to talk about how to greet a fellow Muslim. We will speak about the Sunnahs and the du'as when you are doing greetings. What should be the words that you use? How should they be pronounced? We will talk about all of that today. So let's begin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First, we're going to talk about the words that you use when you greet another Muslim. The words are Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. What does that mean? Well, the beautiful thing about saying salam to someone is that it contains 3 du'as. You are telling them, you are making the du'a that may the peace and the mercy and the blessings of Allah be upon you. You're making 3 whole du'as for someone. Now, it is a little long to say, so there's actually 3 different ways that you can say the salam. The first way you could say it is the easiest way, and that's simply Assalamu alaikum. All that means is may the peace of Allah be upon you. Now, the second thing that you can say is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. That means may the peace and mercy of Allah be upon you. The third one is the one that I said first. It's the longest one. It's Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, saying the longest one is the best one because you're making the most du'as in that one. You're making 3 whole du'as. So you can choose which one you want to say. Most people do say Assalamu alaikum, but there are 3 different types, and you can choose whichever one you want. Now, regardless of which type of salam you choose to say, whether it's the first or the second or the third, you have to be sure and very careful that you pronounce the salam correctly. Sometimes I hear people say things like salam, just saying the word salam, or I've often heard, and I say it sometimes myself too because I'm very bad sometimes, and I forget, but don't forget, I say something like salam. How do I say it? I say salam alaikum, right? It's not pronounced properly, and you might be wondering, why does it matter if we pronounce it properly? Isn't the meaning the same? It's not, because the salam is in Arabic. If you do not pronounce it properly, then you actually change the meaning, and you do not want to change the meaning because you are making dua for someone. So if you change the meaning, you might not be making dua for them anymore. So this is why it is very important to pronounce the salam correctly. And we will go over some pronunciations together. Let's say together. 1, 2, 3. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Excellent. The second sunnah is that as you are saying salam to someone, you shake their hand. Now remember, boys only shake hands with boys, and girls only shake hands with girls. We try not to shake hands with the other gender. So make sure that when you do say salam, and if you decide to shake hands, that you are shaking hands with a boy if you are a boy, and with a girl if you are a girl. The third sunnah that we will talk about is replying to someone when they say salam to you. If you meet a fellow Muslim and they say to you, Assalamu alaikum, then you must say salam back to them just because it's nice. And if you don't say it back to them, what if it hurts their feelings? So try to say salam back to them. And the other reason you should say salam back to them is the person who says salam back to you has made a dua for you. They've either made 1 dua, 2 duas, or 3 duas for you. So you want to make a dua back for them. How do we reply back to a salam? Well, it's very simple actually, because it's almost exactly the same as when you say the salam in the first place. What are the words? The words are وَعَلَيْكُمْ السَّلَامُ وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ وَبَرَكَاتُهُ. Doesn't that sound almost the same as the greeting? The only difference is the wa at the beginning. The wa alaykum as-salam. It's very simple. What does it mean though? It means, and may the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you as well. You're just making the same dua back for the person that they made for you when they said salam to you first. Now remember, it is fard, which means you have to do it. It is fard to say salam back to someone when they have said it to you, because it's very important that we all make duas for each other. It strengthens our bonds and it builds our relationships. Now, remember how there were 3 different ways that you could say salam to someone? Well, you're probably wondering, are there different ways of replying back to? And yes, there are. There are exactly 3 different ways to respond to a salam. And the rule is, when someone says salam to you, you should reply with the same thing or better. So if someone says assalamu alaikum to you, then you can say 3 things to them. You can either say wa alaikum assalam, or you can say wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi, or you can say the longest one, which is wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Next we will talk about how to say salam to a group of people or a gathering. Say you walk into the playground and all 10 of your friends are swinging or on the slide. Do you have to go around and say salam to every single person? No, of course not. That is simply too much work. And it's the same as, let's say you walk into the park and you're meeting your friends who are not Muslims. Do you have to say hello to every single one? No. As long as you say one hello to everybody, that is fine. So when you meet a group of people, all you have to do is say salam once to all of them, and that is fine. And similarly, when you are leaving, you do not need to say salam to every single person. You don't need to do something like assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. You just need to only do it once to the whole group. So as you are entering into the group, you say assalamu alaikum, and as you are leaving the group, you salam to everybody. It just needs to be said once. Now, of course, you might be wondering, why can't I just say hello to my friend? Why do I need to say the salam? Every single culture has different ways of saying hi to the people that they meet and really care about. Some people, it is true, do say hello. Other people in different cultures say different things. But for Muslims, Allah has given us a special way of greeting the people that are in our lives. He has given us special words of greeting. And this form of greeting has many benefits to it. The first main benefit is that it's a form of dua. You are making a dua for someone as soon as you greet them. You are making so many duas for the person as soon as you've met them. You're making dua that they have peace from Allah, that they have blessings from Allah, and even that they have His mercy. The second beauty of saying salam to someone is when you're making dua for someone, you are actually getting many rewards as well at the same time. When you say assalamu alaikum to someone, you are getting 10 hasanat, 10 rewards. When you say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, now you are getting 20 rewards. And the Prophet ﷺ has told us that if a person says assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, then they are getting 30 reward points, 30 hasanat. Isn't that amazing? Not only are you making dua for someone else and making them very happy, but you are also getting rewards at the same time. The third benefit is that it paves your way to Jannah. Any good deeds that we do bring us closer to Allah, and it brings us closer to Jannah. The fourth benefit of salam is that it increases love between people because you're making dua for each other as soon as you see each other. It is very important in creating bonds of love between people. There are many other benefits of salam, but those are the 4 that we will talk about today. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He makes it easy for us to say salam to one another, and that He increases the love between us, and He gives us all hasanat as soon as we say salam to each other. Ameen. And with that, we end our session for today. Inshallah, we will meet again with new sunnahs and new du'as. Till then, take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. في أمان الله.